Okay, I'm here now with Boris Gulko, and I'm wondering and asking him when and then why did he start to play chess? Can he remember that kind of things?
Yes, well, I began to play chess enough late for modern times. I began to play when I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was 18, I became a master, Soviet master. In that years, it was enough serious achievement. But a long time I could not reach really big, good results. Maybe because I studied in Moscow University and this took much time. And generally it was not so easy in that time because to receive opportunities to play in good tournaments I had to became a really strong grandmaster. And I became a strong grandmaster somewhere in 74, 75. 75 I tied second place in a very strong championship of Soviet Union. It was one of the strongest. And in the same year I won a right to play in interzonal. In 77 I became champion of Soviet Union. It was years of my good results. I can remember also very strong tournament in Nikšić. I won together with Timan. But I had a very short opportunity to play because Soviet authorities didn't like me. I can say that I didn't like them, but it was very serious reason to stay at home and not to travel on good tournaments. And in 79 I decided to immigrate from Russia.
So what about this immigration? Was it simple for you somehow? The times were better to...
No, this attempt to migration costed me 7 years. 7 years I was refusing. Soviet authorities didn't give me right to immigrate, and it were losing years for me as for chess player and generally. It was very beautiful because it was best years for 32 to 39 I spent as refusing. But in 86, after very difficult struggle, much more difficult than I have on any tournament, I won the struggle and I emigrated. The happiest day in my life when I left this country. And I settled in the United States. So last 6 years I'm American grandmaster, and I play in different tournaments in different countries. I enjoy playing chess.
Yes. Okay. What about the coping in to USA? Was it easy to cope? The lifestyle there is much different.
Certainly, it's very easy.
Yes.
I don't see any problems.
Yes.
I make what I do. I travel in the direction I choose myself, but not sport committee or KGB.
Yes.
No, it's a really nice life, and it's very understandable, especially if you spend big part of your life in Soviet Union.
Yeah. Okay.
Now not existing country, but terrible country that collapsed.
One question about this. You said you had troubles in your youth, and normally, I mean, as a chess player, you didn't get the opportunities. Did you have any trainer? Because I think trainer is always useful if you are talented.
Yes, when I was young, practically to a level of master, I had a trainer. It was an international master, Abram Hasin in Moscow. After this, I worked myself, and I studied from opponents with whom I played, and from some of my chess friends, for example, my old friend and now very good trainer, Yuri Razuayev, grandmaster. And we both enjoyed working together, and we changed chess ideas, and I think it was very useful for both of us as chess players, our chess and personal friendship.
Yes. Okay. And then now with these questions, and they go up and down and this and this. But okay. Did you have any idols, chess idols, in your youth?
Yes, because when I began to play, it were times of touch, and certainly his playing, his fantastic style was very impressive, and he had a big influence on my style when I was young, and I like his games until today. And other players who had influence and which games I enjoyed very much, it was David Bernstein, also very interesting grandmaster. And in 60s when I began to play, it was a very lucky time for chess because many grand players who played. Maybe it was a gold age of chess.
Mhm. Okay, can you describe your way of playing? How you play?
I changed and as a personality and as a chess player for years. I played chess. When I began, I was very dynamic and sharp player. But to achieve a good results, you have to do many other things to improve your playing in end games, for example.
Mm.
And step by step, I became, I think, enough universal player. But until today, I like dynamic, sharp games, as I played yesterday, for example.
Yes, we'll come to that later. It's here. Okay, imagine that you are an animal. Which animal you would be?
I remember one picture on a chess tournament one painter made when he looked at me, and it was a fox. I don't know, I don't feel anything to foxes, but some people say that I have some gestures, I don't know.
And then fox is clever to survive, and okay, you have done it, so maybe. Okay, is there any new talents growing in USA?
In USA? Yes. Now, generally, I think in chess we have a very good time, because after a long period when we didn't have many bright stars, now appear many bright stars in the world. In the United States, not the brightest, because we don't have such players as Kramnik or Shirov or Ivanchuk, but strongest and most talented is Kamsky and Ilya Gurevich. These two.
But not an American.
Ilya Gurevich became American when he was a child, so he grew up as a chess player in the United States. He's a very talented player, but he spent too much time playing in amateur tournaments. He didn't play in strong tournament. He became world champion among young players, competition against Shirov. Now he's young, and I think he has some possibilities, but he grew not so quickly as I expected from him. Kamsky is a well-known chess player. It's difficult to say something new.
Okay, lots have said about him. Yes. At what time do you rise up in the morning? Every morning. Okay. Okay. A little bit false.
Yes, it depends. For example, when I return from Europe to United States, I wake up somewhere at 5 in the morning. When I come to Europe, it is a problem to wake up to a lunch.
Okay, but normally?
But normally, somewhere between 8 and 9.
Yes, okay. Who you think is or was the best chess analyzer for chess game?
I think first world champion Steinitz, who understood in chess more than all our players in his years. Maybe also Philidor, these two, because they had to understand chess without strong opponents and big part in analysis. Maybe this is really greatest chess players in the history.
And modern time, you don't?
No, in modern time many. Best is Kasparov and Simon, best analyzers. But it's necessary to be good analyzer. Many chess players also.
Yes.
Yes, in modern time, Kasparov and Simon.
Yes. What is the longest time you have used for just one move? Can you remember that?
Yes, somewhere 1.5 hour. It was with an old time control when we had 2.5 hours. But it was a really terrible move.
Yeah, that was a follow-up question. So, okay. Can you tell us some good chess books that you can remember that you find them?
Yeah, well, best chess books is books of best players. It's clear. People who understand chess better write best books. I like very much a book of Bernstein, Grandmasters Tournament. I like the book of Harris, 100 Best Games. Books of Fischer, Larsen. Botvinnik, Alyoshin, and so on.
What?
Botvinnik, Alyoshin, and so on.
Okay. What about what would be your profession if you weren't chess player?
It is difficult to say. I received education as psychologist, and worked some years as a psychologist, but I like chess much more than psychology.
Mhm. Okay, that's also.
It's difficult.
Yeah, sure. Everything is touch and go and these kind of things. Do you have any kind of a favorite in writing, normal writing? No short stories, novels? Do you any favorites?
Authors, you mean?
Yes, authors. Yes, writers.
Yes, I have this into this business enough long.
Yeah.
In Russian literature, it is Bulgakov, I believe. In American, it's Sol Bellow, Bashevis Zinger. European writers, during math, maybe. Max Frisch.
Mm.
I like some South American writers also, such as Garcia Marquez.
Mm. So you read a lot.
Yes, in Russia it's a very popular thing for people to read books. In any case, before Perestroika, because it was maybe one of very rare possibilities to spend time interestingly.
Yeah. What do you think about the meaning of good condition in playing chess?
No, it is very important thing.
So
And I can-
what do you do to
uh,
keep you fit?
Usual things. I don't have any special experiences on this
Yeah.
part of life. Yes, good rest is a nice thing.
Okay, the chess Olympic Games were just recently. What were your own feelings after that and your own achievement there?
On Olympiads?
Yeah, chess Olympics Games.
Yes, I played on 4 Olympiads, once in Soviet team
Mm.
and 3 times in American team. It's recent because very often more important not how strong players in the team, but spirit in the team.
Yes.
And in American team we had very good teams. I think Yasser Seyravan, very important person for our team because he was really leader of our team. Even he played not on the first board.
Mm.
And my best result maybe is my last Olympiad when I made +5 in 9 games.
Yes. What about your training nowadays? Do you is it very different from the years before?
Yes. Maybe now I study chess less because I don't know why.
Can you give some example what you do, openings or?
You know, it is very easy to work with chess because to play good you have to work with so many different things, also different fields. You have to study openings, middle game, and end game. I think maybe most useful for me was when I worked with middle game problems. It was such period, and in this period I wrote a chess book, and it was extremely. I don't know if it's a really good book. I think not so bad, but for me it was really very good, very useful.
What has been your best achievement so far?
It is difficult to say because I had practically 2 chess career before 79 and beginning from 86. Before 79 it was Championship of Soviet Union 77 when I won, as I said, and Nikšić tournament when I tied first with Timon. After migration I won some good tournaments twice in Bill in 87 and 88. This year I won a good tournament in Lyon in Spain. And many other tournaments. I play better in round-robin tournaments. And now it's not so many round-robin tournaments and I have to play in Swiss. But my best results I achieved in round-robin.
Yes. Is there any possibility to point out your best game?
Yes, it's also a difficult question. Maybe my most bright game I won against Bernstein when I was 81 in Championship of Moscow. It's very bright game with many sacrifices. Bernstein told after this game, it's not pitiful to lose such a game, it's very pitiful not to win it.
So, do you play against the man or the board?
No. No, I play against pieces.
Yes. So it doesn't matter who is.
No,
there.
if opponent unpleasant for me, I play worse. So it doesn't help me when I feel some bad feelings against my opponent. I know for some players it's important.
Yeah,
for me it's not useful.
Okay. How do you relax in during this kind of tournament?
Working, I like to play in new and good cities. For example, now I enjoy floating around Helsinki and like it very much because it's very beautiful. I like such more cities. And also in the tournament we meet with our friends. See not so often. So in such big tournament I meet people I didn't see many years. So I like this atmosphere of chess tournaments.
Any intentions of writing a new chess book? You mentioned that the middle game book, but anything else preparing?
No, I don't work with it. I think maybe I will make it when I will have not so many tournaments than I have now, because last year, for example, I play a lot and I intend to play many tournaments. When I will have more time, it will be bad reason, but maybe it will be reason for me to write something.
What do you think about Fischer's playing strength nowadays?
I didn't see last two games.
Well, he leads now 5-2.
Yes, I know. It's very nice that he returned to chess. It's a great event for chess. Certainly now he is not so strong as he was 20 years ago, because he became older and he didn't play so long time. But I hope he can return his old form. Maybe not completely, but something. In any case, it's very important for American chess. Our chess hero returned to chess.
Published, yes.
Yes.
Okay. What are your strongest and also the weak points as a player?
I think now enough experienced player and enough balanced player, so it's difficult for me to say. I have problems in all parts of chess, but I don't think it's some really weak size.
But strong points there must be some.
I think I play enough well with initiative. When I can have chances for attack, I usually use it not so bad.
Yes.
But in quiet positions I also have achievements. So maybe now I in balance. It's just
what do you think? Who is the next world champion after Kasparov?
Common opinion that now brightest star is a Kramnik. Kasparov told us that he see only one serious opponent for him. It's Kramnik. I think opinion of Kasparov in this matter is very serious.
Yes, sure. Okay, this question is like it is that how many good games you have played in your entire life?
I think somewhere around 100. And I hope to make it wider, this list.
Okay. My goal is to achieve 5. What about the time trouble in chess? Do you try to avoid it, or do you play good in it?
It is a tricky question, because when you try to avoid it, you begin to play worse. It depends from your feeling in the moment you play chess. But if you try to play quicker and not to think deeply about moves, you will play worse.
Okay. It's American saying that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And you have played very well against Kasparov. What's the reason for that?
I don't think it is any special reasons. I try to play well all my games. In some games I succeed, and it was occasionally it were games against Kasparov. But he's not only a chess player I play well against.
Yeah, but sure they are. You are quite happy with those games.
Yes, but I cannot say that games I won against Kasparov are my best games.
Yes.
Very, very interesting and what we were really fighting chess, but not great games.
Is there any secrets how you can concentrate the whole 6 hours?
I try, maybe it's only secret.
Yeah.
I try to concentrate, and not all time I succeed in this. But sometimes.
Yeah. Do you play any risky moves?
Yes.
Even if you see that it's lost for you?
No.
No, not that.
I try to play a good move, but if I have a choice among some possibilities, very often I try to find something more risky and dynamic.
What do you think about if I said that you can play chess, but there is no tactics and combinations? Can you imagine chess without tactics and combination? Would you be then a chess player?
No, in this case it would be another game, and it's difficult for me to imagine this game. Generally, I like to play in other games without tactics, but I don't think I would be a professional in backgammon, for example, which doesn't have combinations. I like chess. You asked me about another game. I don't know.
Yes, that's. What kind of goals you have in chess?
No, it's difficult to say because your goals depend from your form and from what you can. I try to make my best in chess, but it's all.
Okay, but when you say your career as a professional competing chess player is over, can you see yourself as a trainer or something like that?
Maybe, but it will be a sad moment.
Yes. Can you tell us about yesterday's game, the game number 3?
Yes, I think it was a really interesting game. This game has a history. 14 years ago, I won a game against International Master Dvoretsky in Vilnius tournament. It was very important for theory of this variation, and last 14 years it was very rare variation for this. And I think in the opening books they published that old game. But my opponent, a very interesting player, he worked very much for chess, and he found new ideas in this variation, and he tried he created new ideas. And after opening in position he analyzed it at home, I had to think very long time, I think somewhere not less than 40 minutes, and found interesting way to battle, because I sacrificed the pawn.
Yes, I saw that. Where was it? Where was this new move?
He had position before my move bishop e5.
Yes.
He had it at home, and he evaluated it as a good for black position. And I thought about this position also that it's a good for black, because I could not find a way to continue to obtain initiative in this moment. But after I found this idea, bishop e5, and only after this e4, white has a good initiative for pawn. It's not so clear. Generally, it's an interesting position, and I think after this game you will see next informants some new games in this variation. I think we began a new chapter in the theory of this slave defense.
When I look at it, you looked so calm, and I could see this everywhere a battle. But okay, you had some idea what was going on. You have now 2.5 points, and yeah, I don't know if you are leading, but in the top.
I third, 18th place.
So what do you think will happen after this?
It's difficult to say, because in such tournament it's a mess, and more than 50 players have a rating higher than 2,500. It's maybe one of the most difficult Swiss tournaments I see in my life. It's very difficult to say anything about who will win and who will not. So it's easy to say who will not, but very difficult to say who will win.
What are your plans after this tournament? Are you going to play somewhere in Europe?
Yes, I play in Tilburg. This tournament starts 8th October. And after this I return to United States, and we will prepare to the Championship of United States from 1st December, somewhere in the mountains of Colorado.
Yes. Okay. Okay. This is. Is there any advice to young chess players in Finland how to improve their chess, except lots of work?
Yes, it's very easy to play. It's very useful to play, to analyze, to read good books. So it's a very well-known ways to improve chess, but it's not so easy to use it and to improve it really.
Yes. Well, we have come to the last question. Is there any motto or thought that has in your life that what's your idea of life? So someone says that tomorrow it's better or something like that. Do you have any motto in your life?
It's a complicated question. So it's possible to write book after book about this.